Hi, it's Natalie Alaimo here from Natalie Alaimo International, and in today's video I'm going to show you how you're able to separate your personal and business life on Facebook. It's a common question that I get from people that are particularly new to Facebook. They're a little scared about their privacy and what they can share and what they can't share and who sees it and who doesn't see it and those types of things. However, Facebook has some inbuilt features that make it really easy for you to separate your personal and business life. So let's get started and I'll show you what you need to do. The first thing is you need to set up what they call friends lists. So what we're doing is grouping your friends into different lists. And we can then control the information that they see and that you see from your friends. So firstly, let's go up the top here to account and click on edit friends. And by default, this brings up a list of all the friends that you've recently interacted with in some way or another. Then over here on the left is a list of all your friends lists. So as you can see, I've got quite a few already set up. So what we're going to do is set up a new list, and then I'm going to show you some of the different features and functions of the lists and how they're handy. Just a word of caution, Facebook have been going back and forth with list notifications. Some people are getting them and some people aren't. So you may add someone to a list and they may get a notification saying that Natalie has added Danny to XYZ list. So just bear that in mind that you may actually be sending out notifications. I've tested and measured it with a few people and no one seems to have received them yet. However, other people I know have got them. So just be careful when choosing your list name, because we want to make sure that you're not sending something out like people I don't really like or whatever it may be. So just be careful when creating a list name. So we're going to start by creating a list. So we go up the top here to create a list. Computer's running a little slow, but what this will do is bring up a list of all our friends and a section so that we can add a name for the list. So we're going to put in here, I'm going to call this personal friends. So these will be people that I am personally friends with, that I hang out with on the weekend and those types of things. So we'll start by adding a few names. We're going to add my brother in. I'll add my mum. So all you need to do is just go and search through your friends and add them to the list. Then we click on the create a list button down here. That'll now take us to our new list. So it's called personal friends and these are the people in the list. At any time I can add more people to that list or I can take people out of that list. Facebook also will suggest different people that you may like to put in that list. So there's a couple of different ways of adding new people to the list. So up the top here we can start to type in someone's name, your friend's name. It does take a little bit of time sometimes. So here we've got Dean. So I add him to the list and he was manually added one person at a time. Over here we can click on add multiple and it brings us back to that same box where we can add more people at once. So we can either search them from the list or again just click them on and off from the list. And then remember to save the list. So now that we've got our list set up, we need to work out, I need to show you some different ways that you can utilize the list for the best of your advantage. So if we click back here on the Facebook button and we navigate back to your personal profile or your news feed, which is where we are now. So what you're going to do is, let's say we only want to do a status update to those people in that list. So I will put in here, this is a status update test for my personal friends list. Then what you'll notice here is there's a little padlock. So my default is friends of friends. So anyone that is friends with one of my friends will be able to see all my status updates. What I do though is click on this padlock and it brings up some different options for me. I can choose everyone, which is everyone in Facebook and even Google. I can change it to friends only, which is only my friends, or I can click here on customize. When I click on customize, I can say make this visible to, and then I click here on specific people and I enter the name of my list, which is personal friend. And then I can either make this my default setting or I can save the settings. The other thing is I can exclude different people, and the same thing is I can exclude one person or a list. So say I have a list called business contacts and I didn't want them to see it, I could exclude them instead of making it visible to only certain people. I'll just remove that and I'll click on save settings, and then I click on share. So this here will only go to those people in that group. So if I roll over that padlock, I will see that it is going to my personal friends list, and I know exactly who that status update is going to. So that's the best way for you to separate your personal and business life on Facebook. So you can choose who will see what messages and who won't see what messages, but you do need to set up your friends list first. The other really handy thing about friends lists is if you're doing a lot of stuff on Facebook, or you're not on there very often and you only want to see updates from certain people at certain times, you can choose just to see those people's updates. So we go up the top here, so you've got your top news and most recent. If we click here on the arrow next to most recent, it brings up down here my lists. So I click here on choose another, and I can choose to see, say for example, my Facebook course list. So all the people that are in this list attended my Facebook course. So I can see exactly what they're up to on Facebook. At the same time, I can still send an update just to these people. And anytime that you're looking at something of a list, Facebook will actually suggest additional people for this list. So I can click on, because Paula was actually there, Kathy was there, Lena was there. So these people will actually get those updates as well, which makes it handy to add people to your list if you're forgetting, or if you've got quite a few friends, it takes a while to add them all to different lists. The other thing you can do is when you're getting new friend requests, you can add people to lists at the same time. Now I don't know whether I don't have any friend requests at the moment, so I can't really show you, but when it comes up, you click on confirm, and then straight over under confirm will be add to list. So there'll be a drop down menu there, and you can choose which lists you want to add those people to. You can also do the same thing when you're requesting a friend. So let me just navigate to my page, and I can request to be friends of someone. So say here Natalie Hunter, I can add her as a friend. And see here, I can add her to a list and then send the request. And what that means is that she will get a friend notification. It won't be any different for her, but when she accepts, she'll automatically go into one of my lists for me, which makes it a lot easier when I'm trying to manage my Facebook page and see updates from certain people. So I hope that was really helpful for you. Again, if you've got any questions, just leave a comment below the video. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next video. It's Natalie Alaimo from Natalie Alaimo International.